Going on, y'all? Check this out, man. I got this video that I want to show y'all of this parent who is not taking any shorts when it comes to bullies picking on her kid. Okay, now backdrop on the story is time and time again her child has been getting in trouble for getting into it with bullies picking on her child, and the kid's been getting written up, and this is always happening on the school bus. So one day the mother decides to hop on the bus and have a conversation with the bully. Here goes the video. Check this out, and let's get right back into it.
Glass little boy don't say shit else to my goddamn girls, cause baby, let me tell you something. I'm gonna follow this motherfucking bus this evening, and I'm gonna beat the shit out y'all about y'all goddamn kids. Don't say shit else to my motherfucking child. Cause they come home with one more motherfucking write-up, baby, it's going the fuck down. Where that little boy stay at that was cussing my baby out yesterday, calling her a fat bitch when she got off the bus? One of them little nappy-head boy back there. Let me tell you something. I will look, but I will straight up follow you home and beat you and your mama up and let my girls rock y'all. Don't play with my kid. I think it's that little boy right there with that little regular blue. Is that him right there? Where he at? He ain't on here yet? What he at?
Ma'am, just 1 second. Look, nobody will holler or call names to anybody.
They do it every day. I've been watching them too ever since that day you got up and told me she stuck her finger up at that little boy. I be watching her. So I asked her, why you stick your finger up? She said, well, he cusses me out and he sticks his finger up at me first, and then when I do it, I see you, little boy, you can't duck down, you fat. He gonna holler about some, you fat B when she got out the bus. I said, so he hear them, but he don't, he see y'all, but he don't hear them. Baby, I done went to jail about this. I done pulled a pistol out on the bus driver in Washington Garden. That's why we moved, and I didn't let them ride the bus no more. I will beat up parents and kids. I got heavyweights. I will let them rock a little boy. If I let them get on a little boy, they gonna whoop the dog shit out of them, you hear me? I'm trying not to follow this bus home to one of these little kid mamas, because I know they junk as this Grenada. I'm gonna fly their heels up. Right. Oh, I'm gonna start recording when the bus pull up, because see, I'm gonna follow you home. I'm gonna make them get right in the car, and I'm gonna follow the bus to their house, and I'm gonna make them jump out and beat that little boy up, and I'm gonna rock his mama if she come out and try to save her. That's just how low down I am. Don't say nothing to my kids, because I make them be good, because they know they'll get their tail tore up. Y'all probably don't get no whoopings. Half of your mama's crackheads and your daddy's faggots. Don't say nothing to my kids. Period. Thank you, because they been doing good. I'm like, y'all get off the bus with ice cream cars. How y'all keep? How? The next time they do it, you point them out. We're going to follow them right on to their house and see if their mama got hands. You too.
This time I can't be mad at it, only because bullying leads. I shouldn't say that on YouTube, I heard, but whatever. Bullying leads to people offing themselves, okay? As a young kid, sometimes it really brings on depression. It brings on anger. These kids don't know how to control these emotions. A lot of the times when you're dealing with bullies every day, a lot of the time these kids just turn around and think the best thing to do is to kill themselves, straight up and down. And a lot of the times it stops them from having an education. More importantly, a lot of the times the teachers and the administration, they don't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing, we all know kids can get into it, and you know, there might be a little school fight, a little argument here and there, but bullying is a different thing. These kids got social media now. They can ruin your life. You dig what I'm saying? So when that mother got on the bus, and her mind, she was doing everything she could to protect her child. You dig what I'm saying? It's like, you can't kind of play with stuff like that, because when it comes to bullying, like I said, that brings on depression. It can bring long-term depression. And I was in this exact situation. But this was on my sister's end. You know what I'm saying? When she was younger, like a little kid, she used to get bullied all the time off the school bus. And I remember being like, nah, y'all ain't going to be picking on my little sister. I'm going to have to beat up I remember I said that. I was like, I'll beat one of these little kids up. And like I wasn't really gonna beat up the kids or whatever. But I was gonna have a very firm conversation. And I did. I was like, yo, listen, this isn't gonna happen anymore. Like, that's it. Like, I waited at the bus stop. They all got off at the bus stop together. And I had a good long talk with the 3 kids that were picking on my sister. And that was the last day they picked on her. You know what I mean? And so sometimes you kind of gotta do that. Because when you care and love for someone, especially a child, you got to stick up for the young ones, man. You got to stick up for the young ones when it comes to this bullying stuff. You can't really take shorts, man. You can't. These kids, they're not built like how we were. I used to get bullied heavy in middle school, and I used to be fat. Y'all think I got titties now, man? Forget about it. When I was younger, I could hold 4 pens underneath my titty flap. I was fat as hell. You know what I mean? So I used to get picked on and bullied all the time. But, you know, like, you get older and you rub it off. You know what I'm saying? But nowadays, these kids are like, they're real sensitive. They're very aware too. Everything is at their disposal, with the touch of a button. You know what I'm saying? With a touch of a screen, they can pull up anything they want. Meaning they can pull up images. A lot of these kids are doing okay, for example, like, they can take a picture of you off your Facebook and then add stuff to it and take stuff away. And then now you have a picture of yourself in a compromising position that's embarrassing. And then now you got to live with that. And as a kid, they don't get, like, it's just like, you know, everybody knows it's not real or whatever. But as a kid, it's like, they don't see it that way. They think, oh my gosh, my life is ruined. There's a picture with a drawn on dick in my face or something like that. And they think the world is over. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't comprehend. It's weird. I don't know when this change happened. These kids aren't built like us, man. And it's like, I can't get into a lecture about how these kids need to be tougher when they're really offing themselves when shit like this happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of kids who do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right, well, if that's what y'all are doing now, let's just stop bullying then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, forget that. Like, they're not built like, they're not, it's like the old Fords. You hear that? They're not like the old Fords. So you kind of gotta and plus, bullying sucks anyway, man. Nobody wants a bully. And it's like, if you nip it in the butt when they're a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably have less adult bullies when you get older too. That sounds like good logic to me. So anyways, man, I ain't even gonna drag this out, man. I think Mama was a little ghetto. Mama was a little ratchet. But she was doing her thing. She was holding down her kids, and I can't be mad at it. And it's conflicting too, because part of me wants to say, all right, well, you're a grown woman, you know, intimidating these kids, getting on the bus, making a scene. But the fact that I know for a fact that these administrations and the administrators and the teachers and principals, like, they don't really do much when it comes to stuff like that. You can't wait for them to do something like that while your kid is suffering, going through something hard like bullying, man. Like, you can't do that, especially when it's a boy bully on a girl bully. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, nah, you can't do that. So, like, part of me wants to say, like, nah, that's kind of wrong. But the other part is just like, all right, what's the alternative? You know what I'm saying? Your baby, your child suffering, you know what I'm saying? Nah, nip that in the butt. I bet you she won't get bullied on that bus anymore. You know, she wasn't cursing. She wasn't being too loud. She was just being a firm parent, having a conversation with kids. I can't even be mad at her. She wasn't even being too ratchet. She wasn't even being too ratchet. She was actually being very, very poised. I mean, there could have been a better way of doing it, but this wasn't a bad way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? There could have been there could have been a better way of doing it, but this wasn't a bad way of doing it. You know, if she would have got extra loud and cursing and really tried to fight one of them kids, yeah, this would be a whole different video. But nah, I like what she did, man, and sounds like she cares a lot about her kids, man, straight up and down, man. Watch out for her, man. Don't pick on that little girl. She gonna have a whole team of heavy hitters waiting for you. You heard that, parent? She got heavy hitters, man. Either way, man, I ain't gonna drag this out, man. You already know. Breathe easy.